Now, we are going to see how the MMSE-P and CDT are scored.
Orientation to time. Give 1 point for each item correctly answered. The subject must tell the exact date, day of the week, month, year, and season. There has been much confusion about the scoring for season. However, based on statistical evidence and local research, the correct answer should either be the rainy or dry season. According to the Department of Science and Technology, the months of June to November fall under the rainy or monsoon season, and the months December to May fall under the dry season. Furthermore, the dry season can be subdivided into two parts: the cool dry season, which runs from December to February, and the hot dry season or summer from March to May.
Our subject was able to answer all the questions in the orientation to time domain correctly, save for season. Thus, we give her 4 out of 5 points.
Orientation to place. Give 1 point for each item correctly answered. The subject must tell the exact place or the name of hospital or clinic he is in, what floor he is in, what street or barangay, town or city, and country he is in.
Our subject was able to answer all the questions in the orientation to place domain correctly. 5 points are given.
Registration. Give 1 point for each item correctly recalled. Only the first set of responses is scored. Subsequent trials are not scored.
All 3 items were correctly recalled by our subject within only 1 trial. 3 points are given.
Attention or calculation. Give 1 point for every letter correctly sequenced in backward order. Possible responses and how to score them.
ENRAK is equal to 5 points.
ENRAK gets a score of 5 since E precedes N precedes R precedes A, and A precedes K. Furthermore, all 5 letters are present. This is the only sequence that gets a score of 5.
ENRK is equal to 4 points.
ENRK gets a score of 4 since E precedes N precedes R, and R precedes K. However, the letter A is missing in the sequence.
Our subject was able to give the correct sequence with regards to carne spelled backwards. That is ENRAK. Thus, 5 points are given.
Delayed recall. Give 1 point for every object correctly recalled. The sequence does not matter.
Our subject was able to correctly recall all 3 items, garnering her 3 points.
Language. Naming. Give 1 point for every object correctly named. Repetition. Give 1 point for a correctly repeated phrase or sentence. Repetition must be exact. 3-stage command. Give 1 point for each segment that is executed correctly.
For naming, the 2 objects were correctly identified by our subject. 2 points are given. For repetition, however, our subject was not able to correctly and exactly repeat the phrase given to her. Thus, no point is given. For the 3-stage command, our subject was able to execute each segment correctly, garnering her 3 points.
Reading. Give 1 point if the subject closes his eyes. Writing. Give the subject 1 point if what he has written down contains a subject and a verb and makes sense. Correct grammar, punctuations, and tremors are not considered for scoring. Copying. Give 1 point if the subject was able to copy the 2 pentagons with their intersection forming a diamond. Tremors and rotation of figures are not considered for scoring.
For reading, our subject closed her eyes. 1 point is given. For writing, She was able to write a complete sentence. 1 point is given. For copying, she was able to sufficiently copy the figure presented to her, thus garnering her a point. Overall, she obtained 8 out of 9 points in the language domain.
If the subject gives no answer for any of the items, this is automatically scored as 0 for that item. Add the points for each domain to get the total score. The highest possible score is 30. The MMSE cutoff score varies depending on the population where it was validated. The cutoff score for the MMSE-P is between 23 and 24. Subjects who scored 23 or below are considered to be cognitively impaired.
Summing all her points across the domains, our subject gets a total score of 28 out of 30. This means that her cognitive abilities are within norms.
Now, we are going to see how the CDT is scored. Score 1 point for every observation of the following in the examinee's drawing. Drawing of a closed circle. Presence of all the 12 numbers. Placement of the numbers in the correct segments and position. Placement of the hands of the clock in the correct position. Interpretation. Certain errors, such as grossly distorted contour or extraneous markings, are rarely produced by cognitively intact persons. Any score below 4 indicates need for further assessment. It is unlikely that a perfectly drawn clock would be drawn by a cognitively impaired person. Clinical judgment must be applied. Correlate with the MMSE-P.
Our subject gets 3 out of 4 points for the clock drawing test. She was able to draw a closed circle and place all the numbers in their correct segments and position. However, she was not able to tell the proper time and the hands are not centered correctly.
Now, we are going to view the reliability tape for the MMSE-P and CDT. Prepare your response sheets and pencils now. Remember to write all the responses, so listen carefully.
I am a psychologist at the center. Today, I will be administering a brief test of cognitive function called MMSE or Mini Mental State Examination. Some of the questions will be easy and some of the questions will be hard. Before we begin, may I have your name, please?
My name is
And when is your birthday, sir?
My birthday is August 20, 1931.
Alright. Mr. Aga, what date is it today?
Today is November 11,
Okay.
2011.
What day of the week is it today?
Day of the week is Wednesday.
What season are we in?
Summer season.
What is the name of this place we are in?
St. Luke's Medical Center, Memory Unit.
In what floor are we in?
We are on the 10th floor.
Along what street are we in?
Along España Boulevard.
Which town or city are we
Quezon
in?
City.
Okay. Which country are we in?
Philippines, of course.
Okay, sir. Now, I am going to give you a test for memory. I will tell you 3 words. After I say all 3 of them, repeat them back to me. I will also ask you to remember them because I will ask them from you later in the test. Here are the 3 words: manga, mesa, pera.
Mangga, mesa, pera.
Okay. Now, I want you to spell the word carne.
Carne.
Yes, sir.
Do you want it Tagalog or Spanish?
Tagalog,
Tagalog.
yes, sir.
Karne.
Now, spell the word carne backwards.
Carne backwards. ENRAK.
Okay. What were the words that I asked you to remember earlier?
Carne. Mangga.
What else?
Pera.
Any more?
I can't remember the others.
Okay. What is the name of this object?
This is a watch.
Okay. How about this one?
It's a pencil, a lead pencil.
Now I am going to say a phrase to you. Repeat the phrase exactly as I said it. The phrase is, minikaniko ni Monica ang makina.
Minikaniko ni Monica ang makina.
Okay. Sir, what hand do you use for writing?
My right hand.
So, I want you to take this paper with your left hand, fold it in two, and put it in your lap.
Fold it into with my left hand. Which.
Okay. Sir? Now, I want you to read what is written here and do what it says.
Close your eyes. Shop.
Okay, you may open your eyes now. Now, I want you to write a sentence on this paper.
Any sentence?
Yes, sir.
Uy, kinapos.
Alright. Now, copy this figure on this paper.
Pentagon.
Alright. Now I am going to give you another test which is called the clock drawing test. Draw a clock, put in all the numbers of the clock, and set the hands of the clock at 10 minutes past 11. We're done, sir. Thank you very much for your time.
Maraming salamat. My pleasure.
And that concludes our tutorial for the MMSE P and CDT. Thank you.